Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explore, we're going to explore humans. But more importantly, Mardu Human Siegebreaker, that is the human chicken rider. So this card is brand new, introduced from Tarkir Dragonstorm. I keep saying Dragons of Tarkir. That's an older set. Tarkir Dragonstorm, and it is an insane human card. It's a 4 mana, Mardu plus one more colorless mana for a 4/4 Death Touch Haster. But whenever he enters, exile up to one target creature you control until this creature leaves the battlefield. That seems like you just hide a card. What's so good about it? Well, it's haste, so it can attack immediately. And whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tap token that's a copy of the exile card attacking that opponent. And at the beginning of your end step, you have to sacrifice those tokens. So what are we copying here? Why does this matter in a human deck? Well, there's one card that we really want to copy, Thalia's Lieutenant. If we're able to copy Thalia's Lieutenant, every attack with the Mardu Siegebreaker brings out another Thalia's Lieutenant. And if they kill our Mardu Siegebreaker, we get another Thalia's Lieutenant. Well, we get the original back out, so we get another trigger. That will pump our entire board into an insane amount of creatures. Or insane amount of pumps on our creatures, which is already good enough. But there are other cards we can copy. We can copy Brutal Cathar. If we copy Brutal Cathar, every time the Mardu Siegebreaker comes in, we can take out an opponent blocker. Of course, it only takes it out for that one turn. But if they have tokens, they're just gone forever. Tokens? No, not anymore. And if it's nighttime, well, we get a 3/3 warded 3-life creature, which in that case is not as good. So we don't care as much about nighttime as we do about daytime with the Mardu Siegebreaker. But at nighttime, this 3/3 can do a lot of damage and an opponent can't really target it. So that's also pretty useful. I'm not sure how it works, but I believe that when I copy the Brutal Cathar on the night side, right, the Moonrage Brute, and it happens to go into the daytime at the end of that turn because I play 2 spells, then it will flip first, then I sacrifice it. So if it flips first, I can take out a creature, then I sacrifice it, and that creature could be a token, so it goes away. So another good thing, the actual good thing that I want to target at 3-drop is the Elite Spellbinder. This card looks at an opponent's hand and tax out a card and make it cost 2 more. Well, if we copy it, that means we can tax out a card from our opponent's hand every turn, each attack from the Mardu Siegebreaker. It's a little bit long way down the line, but it is a very good ability if we can pull it off. The rest of the deck, very standard human shell, with one addition that I really love in this deck. Jirina, Dauntless General. It is a human. We can sacrifice Jirina, and humans we control gains hexproof and indestructible. So it's a very good blocker. Not only that, we can also target it with the Mardu Siegebreaker, so that whenever we attack, we get a free Jirina. We can sacrifice that free Jirina to give all of our creatures hexproof and indestructible forever and ever and ever. Beautiful combo synergy. But what I really love about Jirina is, well, one of the worst deck to lose to in Explore, in my opinion. One of the worst feeling losing to a deck is losing to Cheese Fang. That deck is so annoying because it's so good, right? It just gets up. They throw some cards into the graveyard on turn 2. Turn 3, they Grease Fang into those Flying Angels and attack us for like 13 damage. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Jirina sort of stops that. We get to exile their graveyard on our turn 2 in response to their turn 2 if I need to do that. Otherwise, I'll just copy it with Mardu Siegebreaker and keep exiling their graveyard every turn, making sure they got nothing. So that is sort of the combo part. Now let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early game, we got 3 Dauntless Bodyguard, 4 Hopeful Initiate, 1 Kytheon that flips into Gideon, and 4 Recruitment Officer. So that's 12 1-drops to make sure that we have something to play on turn 1. Turn 2, we got our taxing creatures. 4 Coppercoat Vanguard and 4 Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. That taxes their stuff. And then we got a board pump in Thalia's Lieutenant. Generally speaking, we're not going to play Lieutenant on turn 2. But it's okay, right? It's a 2-drop that we can drop later on in combo with another 1-drop. We also have 2 Jirina. I don't want to fit more than 2 Jirina because she is legendary and she is kind of a tech card. She doesn't hit in every deck, but when she hits hard. Then 3-drop, we have 4 Brutal Cathar, 2 Elite Spellbinder, and only 3 Adeline. I had to cut an Adeline and cut a Dauntless Bodyguard because They're good, but I want to fit in Mardu Siegebreaker. So there's a 4-drop, we have 3 Mardu Siegebreakers. Now, the thing is, because Siegebreaker is a 4-mana card, we can't have no lands in our deck. So I went all the way down to 22, but can't go down to 21 or 20. I tried it, doesn't really work. So this is mostly a white deck, so we got a lot of white mana. We got Castle Ardenvale, Eiganjo, and 6 planes. But we have Jirina, so we want 4 Godless Shrines to help us cast black-white spells. And then, because all humans, we got 4 Cavern of Souls and 4 Secluded Courtyard. Now, because we have multiple white pips, white-black pips, Mardu pips, 2 white pips for Adeline, we don't want too many lands that only add colorless mana. So I had to cut the Mutavaults from 4 down to 2 in the traditional human deck. So this is the human deck version that I want to try out in Explore with the Siegebreaker and see how well it can do. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is the Rubble. We be rubbling. Alright, we're gonna go first. Cool. I mean it's a hand, right? It's gonna do something. We got 1-drops, and I hope that's good enough. Okay, maybe not. Definitely not looking good here. Hey, maybe we'll get something out of it. Dredger's Insight. Mills 4. Cool, it's this deck. Let's name the humans. Let's get our Elite Spellbinder down. What's in your hand, huh? Let's make it cast a little bit more. Alright, there's Zombify and Zombify, so that seems fun. Okay, that Zombify is scary. But hey, maybe. Now he's gonna kill my Spellbinder, huh? I couldn't protect it because I had a Initiate instead of a Bodyguard out. We got Thalia's Lieutenant. Well, first I should play this. I choose it. I don't think that matters. Pumps the whole board. Takes some damage. And then they're probably going to reanimate the Sire, right? No, I mean, they could reanimate Sepulta. They do reanimate Sepulta. Gain the 1 life. And, I mean, I have Brutal Cathar. They kill the Brutal Cathar. What do I actually get out of it? Absolutely nothing, but I'm going to do it anyways. Let's train. Alright, the Dauntless Bodyguard does not protect the Brutal Cathar, so that doesn't do anything. But there are 3, so if they just come here and kill the Brutal Cathar, I think we can just go over the top. Do they just come here and kill the Brutal Cathar, though? They do. Alright, this is a chosen creature, so that doesn't help. They get this Sepulta. But there are 3. Thoughtseize can go down to 1. I don't know why. I don't know what good Thoughtseize is. Yay, you saw my hand. GG. Got human down. Alright, our opponent is Sinzaxo. We go first. We got a bunch of 1-drops going for still mutable. Cutting it does not help. Alright, let's try. Let's try our luck. Hello. I'm seeing some mulligans. Looking quite good. Start with the recruitment. I mean, I could have started with the Cathars, but if they have a removal, I would rather they remove this. Alright. I guess they don't have a removal, so don't think he's gonna trade this. alright? It makes no sense to trade there. So, get the Hopeful Initiate out. Put the Cathar's out. Now we got a full-on combat. They have 3 mana. For no... Oh god, for no growth throw? Okay. This is a perfect top deck for their troll. Take that out.
Defend yourself.
I want a creature to be indestructible. I don't think he's gonna make his land war elf attack me, right? So make him tap his mana.
My oath remains unbroken.
He's probably gonna tap it, but you know, you never know. This Blickernose, alright. More stuff is happening. So what do I want to do here? I guess we'll make Gideon indestructible. I can't really fight through Blickernose like this. It is indestructible now.
Deserves to be liberated.
I will also make this a creature. Then we play our Thalia's Lieutenant. We attack with the Gideon. Do we attack with the Mutavault? Definitely attack with this. And I guess we attack with these two. Yeah, let's get it on. We train, so he doesn't want to block it, but if he doesn't block, he takes 9. Alright. This is a good tempo play. We really had to go first to get to this temple, and this Siegebreaker never breaks any sieges. We got 8 lands to cast it. You can never get it. Blocks immutable. Oh, he just dies. Right, I didn't really do the math here. That was 12. I guess he didn't do the math either. GG. Alright, our opponent is Luvas. Hello, Luvas. Well, we gotta go first. That's the kind of hands I want to see. Hilarious. Alright, we got no turn 1 place. But we will have to live with that. Humans. Finally, we get something of a good hand, and we get to go first, but we just cannot hit that 1-drop. Alright, blue-white. So there's that 1-drop. There's no 1-mana counter. Thalia. I guess they can, like, opt or something. Surveil, okay. Ah, this is not as good then, because they, I don't think, care about what we're doing. At least Thalia slows them down a bit. 2 mana. This costs 3, right? This costs 3. You can have a 2-mana Surveil. Okay, just making a prankster. This is actually beautiful. Don't think I care about the... They can Grease Fang immediately next turn, right? And I don't want to get hit by a Grease Fang on the Sky Sovereign, so... I think we do this. Humans. And I don't need to get this attack on, so... Officer. Jirina. Your graveyard. Nice graveyard deck. Just looking at my cards, thinking what he can do. You can do nothing. Really. I mean, it's vigilance. Oh boy. I want to play the Coppercoat Vanguard. see if he tries to counter this. He didn't counter it. There's Thalia's Lieutenant. And my boar is wild. Okay, now everyone get in there. Would you like to block one of these guys? Sure. Hexproof indestructible on all my humans. Okay. He's going to draw 2, discard 2. That's pretty good for him. He might still get something on next turn with the Grease Fang. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But, oh well. Oculus. Huh. Can stay away on the Oculus. So it's a 5/5. A little late, second Jirina. So we're gonna Mardu Siegebreaker. We'll take out this Lieutenant. Now every time I attack, I get a Lieutenant. Not the Vanguard. That's gonna be a 4. Everybody else can get in there. Yeah. GG! Look at this sick combo. It's exactly what I intended. Alright, our opponent is Serenato, the Ambitious. Or the Ambitious Serenato. Alright, we got 1 drops. We go first. Seems pretty good. This is like the classic human soldier hand. Yeah, the human soldiers. They're gonna Thought Seize us turn 1. Take our Thalia. I don't know if you take Thalia or Vanguard. Probably Thalia because it attacks all of their spells. But Vanguard is also pretty good. Then we attack. Then we get this going. Waste not. Alright, I can't actually take any of these out, so... Do we just brew a Cathar here? I think so, right? If he doesn't play a spell. We flip. If he plays a spell that makes us discard, we'll lose our card, but that's about it. Dossies makes us discard a creature. He gets a zombie, but he goes down to 8. Bandit's Talon, we discard a land. He gets 1 mana. Or he gets 2 mana. He gets to level it up. Dude. Opponent doesn't miss. No cards there miss, huh? Alright, do I just attack? Can I play Thalia? I mean, does that do anything? He'll probably just block and kill the, Does he kill the Brutal Cathar? No, he kills the Vanguard, right? Alright, he kills the Brutal Cathar, which means that my creature lives longer. There's Thalia. Thalia in action. Alright, their 2 drops cost 3. 3 drops cost 4, and so on and so forth. Liliana, oh god.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. Sacrifices must be made.
Well, it's a land. Let's just let Liliana do the discard thing. It's not doing anything to me. Bankbuster. Oh god. It's a good card. He draws?
We all have things we'd rather forget.
He doesn't draw. Why didn't he draw? Just kill him. Okay, I'll just kill him. I can just send a 0. There.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Nice game, waste not. Looks like you wasted your life. Alright, our opponent is Keel and Peel. That's a funny name. I'll hand it to you. You're a funny man. Funny man faced the wrath of recruitment. This hand is insane. Like, it's basically nothing. But we got 2 awful initiates to drop, and then hopefully kick ass on turn 3. It's very rare that it's gonna do something. Oh my god. Just keep coming. They just keep coming. Well, I mean, you put the 1-drops in your deck, you're gonna draw the 1-drops. Oh boy. You got a bounce spell? They're gonna need one. Because Adeline can't be countered. Okay. Not the right time to deduce it. Down to 11. Adeline's a sick card, huh? Can't believe I cut this down to 3. I don't think I can curve out the 3 that often. But hey, look at this board. What you got? Must be planning on something. Okay. Did that do it? Did that help you in any way? I don't know. He's got 1 mana. He might be able to target Adeline. Is that the plan? That's probably the plan. There was no stick. I could have played a criminal officer. Hey, it's dead anyway. Didn't matter there. GG. Your command was way too slow. Alright, our opponent is Mr. Shadowhands. The Ambitious. I mean, you should put the title on top. Otherwise, I'm always reading it backwards and I feel dumb. Okay, well, this is a amazing hand. If we were able to go first, we're not. So, not sure how much it matters. Expedition map is insane. What are we playing against here? Let's just stay alive here. Why not? We'll get the... This is only a +1, right? Let's get the Initiate out. What are the odds he tap his map to this turn to get out his Lotus Field? Cave? Lotus Field deck? I don't know what deck this is. Alright, 2 mana, nothing. Definitely enemy humans. Probably playing out the Thalia to tax his next turn. You can also put the Kytheros, right? No, if I pay all the 1-drops. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. I guess next turn I'm either playing a 2-drop or 2-drop and a 1-drop, so I mean, there's no point in doing this. I'm just gonna attack it. There's a stick probably on the map. Sack his map for a land. What kind of land is he gonna get? Is that good? Not a Lotus Field and a Eiganjo. That's even weirder. Strict Proctor. It is Lotus Field. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Well, I don't think he needs a strict Proctor anymore, so he's just gonna do this. Blocks? Alright, he's got 5 mana. Dude, that opening. Is mono white? Mono white Lotus Field would be weird. Expedition map. Does he do it again? Or he targets the Vanguard. Tries to kill the Vanguard? He didn't try to kill the Vanguard, so... He's got 5 mana. Right? Like, what can I do against his 5 mana? Just tax out his play. I'll hold the Vanguard back for the Eiganjo. If he wants the Eiganjo, one of the hopeful initiates, so be it. It's gonna happen. But it'll cost 4 mana. So that means he can't use the map. Right. Just like I planned. So he does have blue. Get another Vanguard out. Alright, it costs 5 to make this into a dragon, a 3/4 dragon. Hornlock Whale, double ward. I don't want it on top. He's down to 6. Does he have like a farewell or something? Maybe he just plays the whale. I can't really stop the whale. I'd be more than happy to see him play the whale here. That's actually really good for me. I don't think he's going to do it. We tax out most of his stuff, right? He can't play the whale on my turn because it comes way tapped. So it has to play on his turn with the whale. I do draw this land. I don't know how important that would be. Choose one of the Vanguards. What does he have? Another whale? Wandering Emperor. Okay, that's pretty good.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Wow. This is the one I targeted? Okay. He gets paid 2.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Maybe he makes a samurai? Oh. If only. I still have Ward 1. Oh boy. This game got off to a really rocky start, but we're at a very precarious situation. Of course I could have Dauntless Bodyguard of Thalia, but I didn't really care about Thalia dying. I have another one in my hand. And there was no point in Dauntless Bodyguard in any of the Vanguards, because he would just go for the other ones, since they're exactly the same while attacking. So, I had to do this, and just see what he has. He has 7 mana, right? Gotta be able to do something. Alright, he lets go of his Emperor. Beautiful.
We
That's
must
exactly what I wanted.
protect the
He
people.
plays the whale, even better. I think that's game. So, if I just attack, it's already GG. But I'll do it this way. GG. Alright, everybody in? You block one of those. You have to block Thalia in order to get a 1-drop spell in. And then that 1-drop spell should not be good enough because the bodyguard and the recruitment officer will still each deal 2 damage. Even if they was able to kill the Coppercoat Vanguard. I think that's the plan. That's not the right block. Because the first strike will kill him. So I guess he doesn't know, but it's not going to matter. But he doesn't know that he actually is able to play a 1-mana spell. Now this block, he's not able to play a 1-mana spell at all. So GG. Oh, that was close. Alright, our opponent is Hurdle 19, the Mighty. The Mighty Hurdler 19. We go first. Yeah, once we go first, no 1-drops. We got Siegebreaker, but only 1 land to cast it. Yes, this is... Okay, we'll try mulliganing. See if that helps. It didn't. It did not help at all. Check it out. We got turn 1 Initiate. You have a turn 1, like, shock? Okay. Hey, I remember you. Turn 2 Initiate. What do you got, huh? You got nothing. Nothing against our turn 2 Initiate. So scary. Just quit now. You don't stand a chance. No way, a Monastery Swiftspear. Are you gonna give it a Monster's Rage? Alright, I'll stop talking like this. You gonna shock my initiative probably? No, it's just Monster's Rage. No? Very scary. Humans. Get the Adeline out. Adeline's at least a 3/4, but the Swiftspear is still bigger than a 3/4, right? Basically, any instant sorcery prowess will pump it out of the range for Adeline. So, do I just not block here? Get to. You know, I'll kill this. Oh, that's all you got? Oh, now he's gonna burn me for 3. Yep. No, the exile. I'm gonna play this, the Soul Scar dude. Or he's gonna burn the Adeline for 3. Either way makes sense. No, here's the Soul Scar dude. Okay. Oh, well, that's actually a good card. So, don't need to do it right now. Because this already gets pumped. But this does more damage. Do I attack with the 2/1? Do I attack with this 2/1, huh? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or I can deal 9 damage, it goes to 9. Oh, actually, no, this is 10 damage. If he doesn't block. So this is fine. This is what we in the business called a buttload of damage. Down to 7. If I attack with this and this would have been 3 or 5. He would have been down to 2 and not killed him anyways. So we'll just do it this way. Alright, there's a Soul Scar Mage. Go to blocks. Block like this. And you think he's gonna go over Adeline with the Swiftspear. I'll let him do it. Wizard's Lightning. Alright, you got Ward. They got another spell. I kept up my Mutavault trick so that we can kill that stupid creature. And now it's dead. We still have Coppercoat Vanguard giving us all Ward 1. Light up the stage, okay. You got 1 more mana. Now we go to my turn. Oh, this is Siegebreaker. Can't play. Doesn't matter. That's fine. I can play Adeline. Which... Check out the damage. Check out the damage, yo. Mono red. Looks like I'll burn you. Alright, our opponent is Marquimun the Brilliant. Alright, we go first against the Brilliant. Say hi. And we'll get our hopeless initiate. He is hopeless. Blue. Interesting. He's got 1 mana. We'll put the humans out. I mean, is he gonna block? No blocksies. So we get another initiate. And we get the Kytheon. Human of Akros. And then we're gonna get it on. No, this is gonna die. Okay. A little late for that, I guess. So we'll get the Coppercoat Vanguard. And then we'll also get the Dauntless Bodyguard to protect the Coppercoat Vanguard. And everybody get in there for 2 damage, please. I'm already out of cards. Sacrifice a creature or planeswalker with the greatest value among creature and planeswalker they control. I don't get to choose. It's just that guy. My turn. Okay, this doesn't do anything, but I can train. And then I'll play the Buddha Cathar, because if I don't play a spell, it's gonna be a little wolf. Or if they don't play a spell, I think. Search for a Scanta. They be searching. Cling to dust. It's gonna try to keep him alive. Alright, I'm gonna... I don't need it to flip, right? Having a bodyguard out here is probably better. Sorry, one. Don't have 7 more cards. I could have also break his search. Yeah, honestly, I should have broke his search. Forgot that the hopeful initiates can target themselves. Or can separate the plus on themselves. And then my attack would have triggered it anyway. That didn't matter. G to the G. Alright, our opponent is the Ginker. That sounds like a slur. I think that's what you call it. That's a slur for Phyrexians. You Ginker, you? Alright, well, we go first, so we got the Hopeful Initiate on turn 1. If this ever happens, they mulligan. Do you have a ley line or something? Nothing's happening. Oh, it's just a mulligan. You get Initiate out, and then the Hopeful, or the Coppercoat Vanguard turns off the Hopeful Initiate, which is kind of hilarious. We're gonna get prepared for the chicken. Oh no. Is it happening already? Is it? I think it is. Next turn he wants to Grease Fang out the Esika's Chariot. Okay. Do I let him Grease Fang out the Esika's Chariot? I don't think so, but I really only have a few Jirinas, so I also don't want to waste it like that. How scary is the Esika's Chariot? Quite scary. I should have attacked first. It's not gonna block. Oh, it does block. Okay. Oh, I can't imagine if I have a chicken here. It would be so good. Catch Greasefang off guard. Okay. Just the one. Bring out your dead. Pretty sure he has a Greasefang ready. Another Informant. This card's a land. Okay, that's beautiful. Go to my. Oh, Jesus. That's some sus cards. Alright, if he takes this, that's 13 damage, right? No, 14 damage. He'll go down to 1 if he just blocks a Jirina. That's worth it. That is 14 damage. He's gonna go down to 1. Alright, GG. Could not survive. No Greasefangs for you. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those chicken-filled games, how does this deck feel? Well, of course, it's a mono-white deck at the start, so it already has a very good opening. This deck is already very strong, just starting off with a Hopeful Initiate, into a Thalia, into a turn 3, maybe another Hopeful Initiate, or a Recruitment Officer onto a Thalia's Lieutenant, or a Coppercoat Vanguard, buffing the board, just attacking for almost lethal at that point. So that is what this original deck can do. But now we curve into turn 3 with Adeline, Cathar, Elite Spellbinder. We have a lot of good cards to curve into on turn 3, and then turn 4, Mardu Siegebreaker just breaks our opponent's back, even if they had some way to kind of withstand our board up to that point. So this deck is very strong if we're able to hit our curve correctly. Now, the downside. We don't always hit our curve correctly because, as you see a lot of the games, I draw Dauntless Bodyguard turn 1. I don't want to do that. Out of the 12 1-drops, 3 of them are the ones that I don't want to see on turn 1 because you don't get to target a creature. Instead, I want Hopeful Initiate, I want Recruitment Officer, I want Kytheon, right? I want those cards to be on my opening hand, which I know it's asking for a lot. There's 9 out of the 60 cards I want in my opening hand. It's asking for a lot for a shuffler. But the more important thing is this deck wins a lot more going first. If you go second, you don't get a tempo. For a tempo deck, that's a death sentence. So it's kind of tricky. I do think this is a very strong deck, but it's so much stronger on the play and so much weaker on the draw. And that's kind of the problem with current modern day design for Magic, is that most decks are very, very good on the play and just marginally good or sometimes even bad on the draw. This happens to be that deck. So if you are confident on your on-the-play abilities, you can definitely play this deck. And if you want to try your luck, or if you like aggro, you can definitely play your deck. And one of the biggest thing is that this deck do put up a very good fight against red, right? Because Thalia tax out all their spells. Coppercoat Vanguard tax out all their spells if they don't want to target anything else. And then we got Adeline, which really don't die to much red creature. And then Mardu Siegebreaker, which will give us infinite value that red has to handle, which they can't. It's a 4/4. And if they don't handle, they get overrun very quickly. So that's how I feel about this deck. I like it. I think it's pretty strong, but it probably needs some more fine-tuning, and maybe it's the color tuning that needs to help. I haven't found any other Mardu creatures that are very useful. I hope there are, and I'm just missing them for humans, because I've added 8 lands that specifically cast humans. It doesn't matter what color, right? 4 caverns and 4 secluded courtyards. So we're able to cast on the Mardu Siegebreaker very easily, but the problem is the rest of the deck is just mono white. So is this good enough? Are we getting the mono white colors split correctly? That's something that I'm still trying to figure out. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.